Okay, so this is uh, what you're looking for. This is a very rudimentary structure that allows you to build on top of it. So if you could imagine a front panel here having windows and maybe a staircase, and that could happen there, or if when you're making this, presently this is a little bit unstable, but as you can stabilize it by either putting across a beam like this across it, or adding some additional floors, and that will start to stabilize the box. But basically what you're looking for is a nice even structure that doesn't wobble, that seems to be aligned with the with the surface, so everything has a nice straight line to it. And I use this lovely right angle, as I mentioned before, to kind of show you how straight most of the lines are. Again, that's very important. But this is the beginnings of what you're going to add on to. And in the next panel, I will show you where I take these. But for now, just wanted to kind of get you into the spirit of this. And again, you don't have to make this big. You can go a little bit narrower, a little bit smaller. You can do it half size. It's really up to you. I just wanted to kind of give you a sense of what the possibilities are and how you go about putting one of these together. And again, this is your skeleton, if you will. It is, without this, you can't build on top of something, because you absolutely need to have structure in your sculpture. And imagine that a building is a kind of sculpture. It's a square or a rectangle with multiple angular surfaces attached to it. So that's what you want to build. You want to build something that you can keep adding to, and basically that's your initial frame. And as we move along, I'll start adding to this, and you'll see how this comes together very nicely. This will have floors, and we'll be able to kind of talk about how do we create smaller spaces in here. Again, that's where we're heading. But this is fundamentally what we want to create, something like this, so we can start adding to this. Now, on my structure, I went ahead and marked off 3 points where I would divide the structure. So I'm thinking it is going to be a building. It's going to be a brownstone, a Brooklyn brownstone, if you will. And right here is where one floor is going to be, and here's another floor. And I just did that arbitrarily. This isn't meant to be totally precise. It's just to get an idea. Because I'm going to want to put a floor here, and I'm going to put a floor here, and I went ahead and cut out my floors, and basically what I want to do now is make sure that I can attach my floors to the structure. So basically this is what we're going to be looking at right here, something like that. And I'll show you in a minute how we're going to attach these, and you'll see how that works. All right? Now, the thing to keep in mind here is that you want to make sure that your floors, obviously, that the square that you cut out for your floors is the same width and length of your building. So it actually fits kind of nicely, and this one does, okay? To attach these things, we are going to use these lovely little brackets. You see that? These brackets are going to go exactly on the inside of our frame, like that, okay? And they are actually going to support, let's see, they're going to support our floors, like that. Now I went ahead had attached a floor to my structure. And I'm gonna go and with my camera I'm gonna show you how I did this. But basically what I did is I use my brackets, these little brackets. I've put a nice little line where I thought my first floor and my second floor would be, and on the inside I attached it. And I'll show you in a minute how that works. That's pretty easy. But doing that alone created a bit of structure and a little bit more tension in the frame so that I could start adding to this. So here's my frame, and now what I'm going to do, if you've noticed, I put a little marker here where one floor is going to go, and another marker right here where the second one's going to go. And then on the inside, I'm going to attach a little L bracket. Do you see how that works right there? There's one already up here, okay? So that's going to hold my floors in place. And I do that on all sides of the frame. So over here you can see I did that, over here, and right here, okay? That's pretty easy to do. So you want to get your floors in place because that's going to stabilize this little structure. And you want 4 of these to do that with. And that's pretty easy to do.